Demon Claw TV are proud to present the fourth in our Rusty Dagger playlist, The Adventures of Arzag the Slayer, Rescue from Stonelock. The crew are hanging out in the Rusty Dagger Tavern in Clemsdorf, trying to count their loot without being seen to count their loot. They're pushing their snack foods around the table into piles. Jill is looking pensive. Finally, she speaks up. I'm not sure I want to go on any more adventures. Things are getting dangerous, and I have my brother to think about. I'd like to take my share of the loot and cash out, if that's okay. That's fine, Jill. The life of an adventurer is not for everyone, and you have family commitments. So we give Jill 20 gold, and she departs very happy. With this much money, I won't be dancing in taverns anymore. I will be owning the taverns. Excellent. It will be nice to have somewhere to come back to, run by a friendly face after an adventure. The remaining crew order another round of drinks. They're settling back with their drinks when a hooded stranger approaches. Hi, I'm Vildy. I have a proposal for you. The Baron of Leaford has a problem and needs your help. Come and meet him, listen to what he has to say, and then decide whether you want to help him. The party leave with Vildy and go to the Baron's estate. They meet the Baron, and the old man starts explaining. My headstrong daughter Azalea has been carried off by raiders. He casts down a jade-green serpent with a writhing serpent on the breast. We know who took her, and that they will have taken her to the fortress of Stonelock. I don't want my daughter to spend the rest of her life in a seraglio or be sacrificed to those snake worshippers' demon gods. I need a group of brave warriors to go in and rescue her. 1,000 warriors could not fight their way there and back, but a few might be able to slip in and out. Excellent. I will also send Vildy with you to assist. Okay, he looks good in a fight. I could use someone like him. Jill will be staying behind. Here is the opposition we will be facing at Stonelock. The team set off to Stonelock, and when they get near, they find a local merchant that will hide them in their wagon. Timing their arrival to dusk, the wagon won't be unloaded until morning. This will give us time to slip out into the dark. The few guards around look slovenly and unmotivated. Under the cover of darkness, the team slip out of the wagon. Arzag and Vildy are able to slide from the wagon and meld into shadows. However, Hesperina and Allendale get tangled up and crash into a pile of crates. This noise attracts the attention of the guards, and they come slowly out of the ground floor kitchen, where had they been sheltering rather than patrolling. Hesperina rolled a double 1, and with -1 to agility, that would have failed just about any test. Maybe her leg is not fully healed after having part of the temple roof fall on it. There are 5 guards and 1 archer approaching. Round 1. The first guard moved forward. Vildy opens his account by shooting the enemy archer in the head. He has the accuracy rule and does 2 damage if he scores a 10 or more. He hits 13 to 6, and the archer falls over dead. A second pirate moves up to try and shut down this lethal archery. Arzag moves up and misses the pirate 5 to 6 and 6 to 7. He then drinks his first iron skin potion. Some right impressive swordsmanship there, mutters Vildy. Another guard moves up. Round 2. The first guard misses Arzag 5 to 7. A second moves up and misses 5 to 8. I forgot that the guards had the group bash rule, so the first guard should have got a bonus attack. If I had remembered rolling it now, the guard would have missed 8 to 14. A third guard moves up. Right, now we have 3 good guy actions in a row. Arzag then primal ranges, kills the first guard 8 to 6, and moves, and then kills the second 8 to 7. He then moves into contact with a third guard. Round 3. Arzag kills the guard 9-6 and moves forward. The fourth guard moves forward and attacks Arzag, missing 7-12. Arzag returns strike, then kills that guard. The last guard, somewhat nervously, moves forward and misses 7-10. We find 5 wealth and a quiver of arrows. Allendale picks up the arrows, ready to reload Vildy, who still has 4. Arzag looks at Allendale and Hesperina and says, "You two, drag those bodies out of sight." Allendale finds the loot while moving the bodies. The party move out of the courtyard and down into the lower levels. The team find the dungeon, but also the head guard, his pet snake, and another archer that we hadn't noticed. The actual scenario specifies a gelatinous cube, but I thought a giant snake fit more with my idea for how the world would look. You're also more likely to be able to train a snake than a gelatinous cube. This layout is a little bit different because 2 rows of the battle map are blocked off by doors into the cells. Here's me using my Garden of Moor terrain pressed into duty for those walls. So round, yep, there we go. Round 2. Vildy shoots the snake 11-4 and then moves back because he's now out of arrows. I prioritised shooting the snake because I didn't want to deal with any of the team getting caught in its coils and squashed. The snake has an entangle attack, which means that if it catches anybody in its coils, they can't do anything other than spend 2 actions to try and escape. And every time they activate, they take 1 damage. But now that Vildy's filled it full of arrows, we don't have to worry about any of that nonsense. The head guard moves up and takes a swing at Allendale, missing 6-8. He then winds up his greatsword, missing 2-5. This guard has the heavy blow condition, so can do 2 damage when he spends both actions for a swing. Arzag runs over, but his hasty swing misses 11-10. The head guard is rolling D10 plus 2, so is quite good. Arzag heavy blows the guard, inflicting 2 damage. The guard swing back and misses 8-9. The follow-up attack hits Arzag 10-8. The potion stops 1, so Arzag takes 1 damage, which cancels his primal rage. Oh no, well his primal rage wasn't going because he different combat encounter. Arzag then crushes the guard with a next strike 10-6. And we've cleaned out their slot. The team searches. Once again, Arzag has gotten himself doing the rear guard and the rest of the party are advancing out front. While the team have the keys to the cell doors, only Duggan, the head slaver and priest of Set, has the keys to the princess's fetters, so we have to escort her to the exit still wearing her chains. This means she gets to move 2 squares once at the end of every round. I thought there might be trouble with the princess. See, I was right. Kill them, and we'll put her back in her cell. While we wait for the ransom, the princess looks over at Vildy. This is some rescue. When you came in, didn't you have a plan for getting out? Don't ask me, Vildy points at Arzag. He's the muscles. Allendale takes cover behind some stores and then puts his token back in the bag. Arzag drinks his second potion of invulnerability, moves up. He then primal rages. Duggan and his men move forward. Round 2. Vildy shoots Duggan, hitting 5-3, trying to cut the head off the snake. All the dice roll to 1, but still ends up with 1 point of damage. Duggan moves up and misses Arzag, 3-9. Duggan is distracted by the arrow sticking out of him. A thug moves up and misses Arzag, 2-5. Arzag chops down Duggan, 11-6. Thanks for the assist, Vildy. He then moves over. Arzag heavy blows a thug, 5-3. The thug misses Arzag, 1-9. A thug moves up and locks the princess in combat. This time there will be no escape for you, princess. Arzag hits a thug 11-2. Then the thug return strike misses 2-8. The last thug moves up. Arzag heavy blows the thug 5-4. Bad roll, but good enough. He then finishes the thug with a quick stab 8-4. He then moves on to his next opponent. The last thug frantically swings at Arzag and misses 2-9. Arzag misses the thug 5-6. He then uses Primal Rage to re-roll into another 5. Marvellous. Arzag heavy blows the thug 9-4. Vildy shoots the last thug 11-4. That was taking too long. We need something to cover our escape. Allendale pipes up. I have a cunning plan, my lord. Let's use the pitch from those torches and set fire to the straw. Searching Duggan, Allendale finds the keys to the princess's fetters. He unlocks the princess. Arzag chucks a torch in a pile of straw, which bursts into flames. Right, let's get out of here. The team escape the fortress of Stonelock, which bursts into flame behind them. That's what you get when you hire the A-team. Arzag gets 5 skill points and goes up to level 4 with 49. Arzag takes the +1 swordsmanship bonus from achieving level 4 and puts the skill points 4 into luck, going from -2 to 0, and 1 into candor, going from 0 to +1. Heavy blow works as expected, very handy for chopping down opponents with lots of wounds. Those villains were not really up to much. The Arzag was the only person to take any damage, and that was only 1 point. I found a whole bunch of adventures on a French website. Some of the adventures are in English, and translating the French bits is mostly about the narrative. So there is a whole bunch more adventuring to do. This party is getting pretty powerful, with especially now adding Vildy. The old man in the dungeon cells was in fact a wizard who could join your party if you didn't have as many companions as Arzag does, and he has a lightning bolt spell, so that could be quite handy, especially against hordes of crap characters, but he didn't like crowds, so he isn't joining. All right, that's all there is for this one, folks.